It's Megamate. She's gone from suck to blow. What?
When the stars shine bright through the engine's tail and the dust of another world drops behind. When my ship is free of the open sky, it's a damn good day to my way of mind. There's a barren planet you never can leave. There's a rocky valley where we lost a war. There's a cross once hung around the soldier's neck. There's a man's faith died on Serenity's floor. But I stood my ground and I'll fly once more. It's the last oath that I ever swore. So take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. Can't take the sky from me. Take me out into the black. Tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. Can't take the sky from me. Can't take the sky from me. When you see a man and he's standing alone, well, you might just take him for an easy mark. And there's many a man who's tried his hand, and there's worse than wolves in the borderland dark. From the savage men to the government hounds, try to take what's yours and tear you through. Ah, but them that run with me's got my back. It's a fool don't know that his family's his crew. Don't you tell me what I cannot do. Don't you think I've got to run from you? Just take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out into the black. Tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. You can't take the sky from me. When you walked my road and you seen what I seen, well, you walk all talking about a righteous man. You'll know damn well why I want to keep to my sky. Never cry neath nobody's heel again. I seen torment raked across innocent souls, seen sane men mad and good men die. I've been hounded, hated, married and tricked. I've been tortured, cheated, shot and tied. Won't see no tears when I say goodbye. Still got my family and my firefly. So take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. Can't take the sky from me. Take me out into the black. Tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. You can't take the sky from me.
I get chills every time I listen to that song. That was Michelle Dockery from the album Songs from the Black with Mal's song. If you recognize the chorus of that song, maybe you don't know, maybe it's like, that's so familiar. Where do I know that from? She heard the theme song from Firefly and said, that sounds like a chorus waiting for a song. So she went ahead and wrote the song. So that's essentially filk. Basically, that's filk. Any song you hear, Weird Al Yankovic, basically, does funny filk. Specifically, I guess, The Saga Begins would be considered filk, specifically, because it's sci-fi relates for The Phantom Menace, Star Wars Episode 1. the one that introduced the bane of Star Wars. But anyway, back to the Sci-Fi on the Rock preview for this coming weekend, starting this evening, actually, at 5, with the screening of Project Potemkin. Off now to Sunday, the 22nd. Well, at 10 a.m. in the Roddenberry Room will be planetarium viewing. In the Lucas Room will be J-Rock. What's going on in the Larson Room? Superhero Body Workshop is rather humorous. It's helping you get out of being a lazy nerd, I guess. And it's essentially, it's a nerdy fangirl who's doing it. So she knows, and she was raised by a coach and a nurse and surrounded by all kinds of athletes. So she knows all kinds of healthy stuff that you can do. And in the Scalera Room, we'll be breakfast with Vader. He promises not to force choke anybody. Not really. 11 a.m., Richard Hatch will be back in the Roddenberry Room. And then in the Lucas Room, we'll be Vampire Fiction with Charlie O'Keefe, a guy I knew from the old Star Trek fan club. And in the Larson Room would be Geek Survivor 1 for, I guess, I don't know. How exactly is that working? Because there's only 2 parts per day. So I guess Geek Survivor 1 on this day will be basically the third... Well, I guess the 2 Geek Survivors from... Unless they're going to do it for... I don't know how they're going to do it. How they're going to do it. Like, the first 3 would be single elimination, and then the 4th one would be the winners of the first 3 single eliminations, presumably. And as usual, the crowd can get points. If the teams that are playing don't know the answers and the crowd knows the answer, the crowd can get points. The crowd can't move on to the next round, but the crowd can get points. It's always a good bit of fun. At noon, in the Roddenberry Room, Lolita Fat Joe, I don't know, Fatjo, how do you pronounce that? Writer from Star Trek. In the Lucas Room will be Lightsaber Workshop, and in the Larson Room will be R2-D2. I'm going to have to bring my Stormtrooper alarm clock and say, wait a minute, isn't that the droid we were looking for? And everybody will laugh, and by everybody I mean me. And in the Scalera Room, the Star Trek Luncheon, basically they show an episode of Star Trek. Same as with the Doctor Who Luncheon on Saturday. They show an episode of Doctor Who. So, anyway, 1 p.m. in the Roddenberry Room, planetarium viewing. I don't know. I never really bothered clicking on it. It's only going on 2 or 3 times on it each day, so it's not taking up a lot of room. And I assume there's some call for it. In the Lucas Room, anime Q&A. Hey, that rhymes. And in the Larson Room, intro to Japan. Hi, Japan, how you doing? Hey, konnichiwa. Yeah. At 2 p.m., Jeffrey Coombs. Oh, they'll call him Jeff Coombs now. In the Roddenberry Room, at 2 p.m., Jeff Coombs. Yeah, oh, hey, Jeff, how you doing? Jeffrey. What? My name is Jeffrey. Alrighty then. Steve, go get on the website. You gotta change his name on the website. You gotta listen to this, Jeff. Luke's Room will be DC Rind, R-H-I-N-D, I assume it's pronounced Rind. And in the Larson Room, Star Wars with Chris Carter. I guess he just basically a Q&A about Star Wars. He's a big Star Wars fan. Why that wouldn't be in the Lucas Room, I don't know. But then again, well, they haven't done it so far all that much. They've been keeping... primarily the Star Trek stuff has been in the Roddenberry Room. Oh my god, they misspelled Roddenberry. Don't tell Steve he misspelled Roddenberry on the Sunday schedule. And in the Lucas Room, they're doing the Star Wars stuff, and in the Larson Room, they're doing more generalized science fiction stuff. But anyway, moving onward. 3 p.m. in the Roddenberry Room, Peter Roy from Doctor Who. In the Lucas Room, Atlanticon. So that's people from the Atlanticon convention out in Corner Brook, I think it was. And in the Larson Room, create a superhero. Every little kid wants to be a superhero in the comics they read, and I'm going to teach them how they can. Send them along, and I'll show... Okay, so it's for kids. It's for kids to make up a superhero persona. So that sounds like fun. Sounds like it'd be quite the giggle for me to just stand in the door and say, oh my god, look at all the kids. Look at them being superheroes. Anyway, so 4 p.m., either nothing's going on in the Roddenberry Room or Peter Roy is in there for 2 hours. Again, it doesn't really specify. In the Lucas Room, steampunk will be discussed by Brent Slade, friend of mine from the St. John's Steampunk Society group, fan club. I don't think we decided on a qualifying word for that. But anyway, and in the Larson Room at 4 p.m. will be Geek Survivor 2. So I'm guessing that's the final round of Geek Survivor. And at 5 p.m. in the Roddenberry Room will be the costume contest. And then 6 p.m. is the closing ceremonies. It doesn't specify which room specifically it's going to be in. I guess whichever one is the biggest room will be the one. Back to William Shatner. This is William Shatner featuring Steve Hillage.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
Rocket Man.
0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space. On such a timeless flight. And I think it's going to be a long, long time till touchdown brings me around again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. No, 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 no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out his fuse up here alone. I think it's going to be a long, long time. Till touchdown brings me around again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. And there's no one there to raise them, if you did. And all this science, I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week. A rocket man. A rocket man. And I think it's going to be a long, long time till touchdown brings me around again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. No, 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 no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me around again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out his fuse up here, alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be